Good evening. I'd like to send the universal force of peace and love to you, wherever you may be, because essentially that is what we are here to create. We are here to move out of the shadow body into the light body. We are here to go from the dark night into the light of the day, the sun. And the sun is what is key to giving the moon its light, but it's also the key to giving the essence of all life, because it is absolute fusion, which comes from a state of continued fusion. And these states that I'm talking about is the continued fusion of the body, mind, and soul walking together as a unit of oneness in the absolute force of being. And essentially what being is it is magnetism. Now, being can be bad, being can be good. It just depends on the forces of balance that we have going on inside of us. The balance must be between the body, the mind, and the spirit, and there is a certain balance to spiritual practice, which gives birth to good mental constitution, which gives birth to the physical world. We are essentially living in an illusion, because our senses allows us to see things, but it also deprives us from seeing things, such as vibration. So in essence, this is an illusion of vibration. You know, we see some vibrations and then other vibrations we do not see. These are the forces of the lower vibrations that we cannot see, and they're forces of the higher vibrations that we cannot see. So it's in a range of vibrations that we have the ability to see. And everything vibrates at a certain rate, and the key to all of this is vibration and the harmony of vibration and understanding harmony. The symphony orchestra with out-of-tune instruments no longer sounds like a work of art. It sounds like a hodgepodge of noise, if we can call it that. But working together, the symphony orchestra can create compositions such as the Ninth Symphony of Beethoven. And this is essentially harmony. And when everybody is harmonizing together in oneness, in the one mind, which the mind of isness, which is God consciousness, which is God body, then we have a harmony to existence. Harmony, or the lack of harmony, is what creates friction. It's what creates resistance. And today we see a lot of friction and a lot of resistance because there are a lot of people out of tune with this harmony. And what we're suffering from is essentially being out of tune with body, mind, and spirit. And it's because we have forgot this continued fusion that we no longer reach the state of absolute fusion. And without the sun, there's no life. There's no plants that would grow. And everybody would eventually die. And this is elementary. This is elementary. The sun is essential for continued growth and reproduction. Now, living in the past is death, because the past does not give life. Just like living without the sun would be death. Life can only be found in the present moment. And every present moment that we live, we need to realize that life is found in the present moment, and that life is being renewed every present moment. The cells replenish themselves. We're not living to die, we're living to live. But if you change your outlook on living to die, then scientifically proven, the body will die. But if you change your outlook on the renewal of life and energy conservation towards the renewal of life, then you will change the whole outlook and the whole force of being that's working in you and around you, the magnetic force, and you will begin to pull life into you, and you will become God conscious. And everybody that lives in the God consciousness lives in the Father. The Father is in I, and I am in the Father. When we remove the eyes, all we have left is the Father consciousness. And this is essentially what the unity and harmony brings about when it is practiced in the right form of continued fusion, reaching to the state of absolute fusion. And absolute fusion continues in the work of fusion, and fusion being the great source of energy outward and inward. Now I'd like to read a short thing that I wrote on magnetism, and I'll leave you with that for today. And as I get into this pyramid building system, it's four-sided. You have a male perspective and a female perspective, and then you have a joined perspective, which is male and female. And what I essentially call this is the 17 steps of male, the 17 steps of female, and then combined you have the 32 combined steps that you have to take in order to reach the capstone. And the capstone is the completion of the pyramid. And the completion of the pyramid is essentially being or dwelling in the Father and have magnetic force of the Father working in your life or synchronizing everything around you in order to bring heaven on earth. So magnetism is the force applied to a person outwardly as well as inwardly, creating circumstance in the present. The state of being is body plus mind plus spirit equals being. The state of a person is determined by body state, which is interdependent on mind state, which is a direct product of the spiritual state. The slower energy moves, the more it is locked into form. The faster the energy moves, all determined by rate of vibration, the less it clings to form, thus becoming formless. Peace, or true peace, isn't a lack of vibration, but a supertuned vibration that is moving so extremely fast that it seems as if it stands still. A body could be still, yet be experiencing a state of super vibration in presence. If our ability, which is blatant, is or becomes fine-tuned, what we would see as a product of the super vibration is a magnetic field that is simultaneously pushing and pulling on physical, mental, and spiritual vibration, which causes a domino effect on the forces around us until the energy has run its course. The faster objects moves or rate of vibration determines the distance and ascension/descension of that particular energy. Friction is essentially resistance, but rate of vibration determines how far the magnetic field of vibration can move through resistance. The highest form of vibration has no resistance, as friction is really only slow vibration or a lower rate of vibration. Third eye awareness is really only an understanding and interpretation of the vibrations of the cosmic all, or a overstanding of all the magnetic fields of the combination of all magnetic fields as a result of individual vibratory state. The farther awareness reaches, the easier it is to interpret the whole picture or state of being of the all. The more the ability to understand, overstand, and wisdom, the more complete the solutions will become to the problems. The highest vibrations has the ability to see and walk through or pass through slower vibrations. Everything that vibrates has magnetic being. The pressure of these magnetic fields has the ability to manipulate physical form, mental consciousness, and spiritual condition, as magnetic being is the productive sum of all existence on the three levels or planes. The division only being a mental construct of explanation, because in reality all is just a spectrum of rate of vibration between the finite and the infinite, or form and the formless. Formlessness being the state or ability to take on any form. All formlessness has absolutely no resistance, as form is a state of resistance that is contained in that form. Resistance to higher vibration or lower vibrations. Polar opposites attract only in the absolute balance or counterbalancing in order to conclude the operational values of the divine equation of absolutism. Although on the scale of vibration, two lower vibrations can never equal one higher vibration. There is only conversion on the vibratory scale, but it is absolute truth that one higher vibration can convert many or an unlimited amount of lower vibrations, as higher vibrations has the ability to take any and all form lower than itself, or its valued being state of vibrational rate. So essentially we are dealing in a world of vibrations, and this is the matrix that we are now seeing, which is just a physical created illusion. Energy can never be killed, it only changes form, and it changes form by the state of vibration. So it is my system that we construct in order to come out of the shadow body into the body, which therefore will transmute into the light body. And so I'll leave you with that.